No one reaches retirement and wishes they had saved less. That's why National will double Kiwi Saver contributions to 12% total, 6% from employees and 6% from employers. So hardworking Kiwis can build real long-term savings. That's good for you and your retirement, and it's good for our country to have more savings. For a 21-year-old earning $65,000 today, these changes would mean they retire with a Kiwi Saver balance of around $1.4 million. That's $400,000 more than they would have under the old settings. If you work hard and make good choices, you should be able to get ahead and retire comfortably. National will back you to do it. It doesn't matter whether you earn $35,000 or $85,000. If we double your contributions to your Kiwi Saver fund, you're going to have a much better nest egg.
The government says they want total Kiwi Saver contributions to reach 12%, 6% from you, 6% from your boss, phased in slowly after the next election. They gave one example: a 21-year-old earning $65,000 today could end up with about $1.4 million at retirement. That sounds nice. So why are thousands of everyday New Zealanders furious? Let's walk through it, step by step. First, the $65,000 example. The actual median full-time wage for 20 to 24-year-olds right now is around $50,000 to $52,000 before tax. Minimum wage full-time is $48,880. So the example they chose is roughly 25 to 30% higher than what most young people actually earn. That's why so many parents, teachers, nurses, and tradies are asking, where are these $65,000 21-year-olds? Second, who is actually paying the extra money? You and your employer. The government is not putting in one extra dollar. In fact, only 5 months ago, July 2025, the same government cut the annual member tax credit from $521 down to $260. So the deal right now is, the government gives you less help, then asks you and your boss to make up the difference and more. Third, the take-home pay problem. Many job contracts in New Zealand are advertised as total package, including Kiwi Saver. If the employer share suddenly jumps from 3% to 6%, a lot of bosses will simply lower the base salary by the same amount so their total cost stays the same. You end up with the same money in your bank account, but now a bigger slice is locked away until you're 65. That feels like a pay cut dressed up as saving. Fourth, self-employed people and contractors. About 420,000 New Zealanders run their own business or work as contractors. There is no boss to pay the other 6%. So for them, the policy means paying double out of their own pocket while still getting the reduced government top-up. Fifth, the timing and the hardship reality. Right now, Kiwi Saver hardship withdrawals and contribution holidays are at record levels because rent, food and power bills are brutal. Asking people who are already struggling to lock away an extra 3% of their pay every week feels completely out of touch to most families. Sixth, the inflation question. $1.4 million in 45 years' time sounds huge, but if prices rise at the long-term average of 2.5% a year, that $1.4 million will buy roughly what $600,000 to $650,000 buys today. You will still need New Zealand super to live on. The policy doesn't reduce that future need. It just shifts more of the cost onto today's wages. So what are the genuine positives? Higher contributions do grow bigger balances over decades. That part is real. A slow phase-in, 0.5% most years, is better than doing it overnight. Younger people who can afford it will end up with more money at retirement. But the hardcore facts from real payslips and real budgets are these. Most young workers earn closer to $50,000 than $65,000. The government's own contribution has just been halved. Many will see little or no extra take-home pay because wages will adjust. Self-employed get no help at all. People already using hardship withdrawals will be hit hardest. Is there a fairer way to do this? Yes, and it's surprisingly simple and affordable. Restore the old $521 member tax credit. Make anything above 4% completely optional. Ban new Kiwi Saver inclusive wage packages and give self-employed the same $521 credit. Total cost is less than $500 million a year, less than several recent tax breaks. Suddenly, the policy feels generous instead of punishing. Until something like that happens, most New Zealanders see this announcement the same way. A big headline that sounds great on the news, but in real kitchens and on real payslips, it means less money today, no extra help from the government, and a slower grind for families who are already doing it tough. That's the quiet truth behind the loud promise.